Hello and welcome along to AVFTS Wrexham. I hope you're well whenever you're watching this video. Make sure you drop a like on this one, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and get in the comment section with your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions on Wrexham agreeing a club record fee for a Premier League midfielder, a position that Wrexham are trying to fill and need a bit of star quality in that area, especially another left footer in the team. But there's a bit of a twist to this, and don't think this one is all yet done. There is still a hurdle to overcome, which we're going to get into. But as I said, without further ado, let's get into this video and let's talk about this record transfer fee, who it is, and what needs to happen. So, Wrexham, of course, have already had two signings in this summer. Danny Ward on a free and Ryan Hardy from Plymouth. Two of those have joined, linked up with the squad, and are ready to fly out to Australia and already there, ready for a massive pre-season tour. However, Wrexham have made it clear that they are looking for another central midfielder with the likes of Stuart Armstrong, Barry Bannon, names being branded about in terms of central mid positions. We've also reported the other day on this channel about Tom Cairney's situation, in which he is going to get an extra 1-year deal at Fulham, a player in which Wrexham have been trying for months and months to land and have not yet landed. So the focus has now turned to someone else, and it has been reported by very many various outlet medias today and yesterday that Lewis O'Brien is close to breaking something magical. And as it says here, the Rex appeal, Wrexham agree club record £5 million transfer deal for Premier League star as Ryan Reynolds and co make ambitious move. However, you can see straight under that it says there's one issue preventing the transfer from going through, though. So this is far but done and far but finished because there is a hurdle which we're going to discuss in a second. But as you can see, the £5 million transfer record deal is massive for a team like Wrexham in the Championship to do something that they've never done before. And there is Lewis O'Brien, who, of course, is currently contracted at Nottingham Forest. However, this guy hasn't really been a Premier League player. And I'm going to put that one out there to start with. Last season, he played in the Championship with the Swans. And of course, that's where he's been recognised in terms of his performances in the Championship, where Wrexham are this season, as opposed to what he's done on the Premier League stage. So moving forward then with this story and with Lewis O'Brien, it says here, Wrexham have agreed a club record deal for Nottingham Forest midfielder Lewis O'Brien, but Ryan Reynolds' side are struggling to meet his salary demands. The Championship new boys tabled a package worth up to £5 million for the 26-year-old, and Forest Chiefs are willing to accept that valuation. But the Dragons' terms are well below what O'Brien is currently on, and the transfer to Wales is now in doubt. Newly promoted Wrexham have already made the two signings we said, Ryan Hardy and Danny Ward. However, Wrexham's biggest deal so far was the decision to loan legend Paul Mullin to Wigan, which is true. But as I said, this story then goes on to talk more about Paul Mullin than the Lewis O'Brien situation. And so we're going back to this part here again. Forest and Wrexham have met the demands and are happy with it, but it's O'Brien himself who cannot and will not agree with what Wrexham are proposing. Quite simply here, we have a bit of a standoff and a stalemate. Lewis O'Brien wants more money per week than what Wrexham are willing to offer him. And that's when Wrexham are going to have to play smart here. If you want the quality and caliber of player, they're going to have to realise that their wage bill is going to be stretched even more, and they're going to have to drop money on wages that they've probably never imagined. However, there's also got to be a stance where they don't start getting ridiculous and having players highballing them for the wages, which they know the funds that Wrexham have, to get the best and milk the club dry. Wrexham have a really good structural position with wages, and they have a very good structural transfer scheme. This, for me, stinks again of a bit of a bad Tom Cairney, bad egg situation. If Lewis O'Brien simply cannot agree quickly the money that is needed and an amicable fee, then really Wrexham should once again take the plunge, put this one in the bin, and go for another target. And I think that is something that strategically Ryan Reynolds and Rob Mack will know, that they can't waste time this summer chasing players, being sort of held at gunpoint to their demands, and then realising that it's going to break the bank to do that. So if Lewis O'Brien doesn't want to come to Wrexham first and foremost, and if we're not his preferred choice, then we need to bin it. As I said, he's done spells at Swansea last season, so he knows the sort of, the Welsh, the sort of culture. He also knows the sense of what it means to play in the Championship. And as I said, at 26, a very tidy central midfielder, a player which I do again will put on record will improve Wrexham, no fold. He will be that oozing quality. He has got a wand of a left foot, and he's someone who's so calm on the ball, so good at breaking the lines with his passes. He's someone that Wrexham could really do with. But for the right price and the right money, we'll have to wait and see. So as I said, it's really good that Forest and Wrexham have come to an agreement straight away and gone £5 million. There we go. Forest aren't being too greedy and asking for more, and Wrexham are stumping up more than they've ever done, as is a club record fee. So let's see in the next few days how this one unfolds. Lewis O'Brien, will he sign for Wrexham, or will he be another one where time has been wasted? We'll have to wait and see. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on this one. Let me know if you agree. Would and should Wrexham still continue pursuing Lewis O'Brien? And I wonder what wages or any rumours of anyone has to say what wages he's looking at. I'd hate to think what he's asking for, because I know Wrexham aren't shy in terms of their wage bill. So if what they've proposed isn't going to meet his demands, then God knows how greedy he's being. But there we go. We're going to wrap this one up. Make sure you smash the like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers. We're under 500 to go. Every subscription helps. So let's help make that milestone. And of course, let me know your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions on Lewis O'Brien to Wrexham for a club record fee of £5 million. Is it going to happen? Stay tuned. I'll see you on the next one. And as we count down with 5 days to go till the first preseason game. Enjoy wherever you're watching. I'm out of here. Ta